starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
These my dollars make it hurt.
Yeah. What is going on? Yeah, buddy. What's going on? Just when you think I'm not coming, here I come. Here I come. I'm coming. Welcome, everybody. I know y'all didn't think I was coming. I told you I'm all right. Here I am. Welcome one more time. I got to clap for myself. You know, it's a privilege just to be on here. Welcome once again to the one and the only. This is, yes, sir, the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen. Changed it up today. I'm only on a few channels today. That's it. And I'm depending on you guys to help me out. I'm on the Big Time Show Facebook page, and then I'm on the Big Time Show YouTube page, and that's it, other than Podbean as well. So I am there as well. I hope that you guys would do me the honor and the privilege of sharing my show, like right now. And I figured that everybody, since y'all ain't heard from me, all my brothers have done an outstanding job of covering this week's game. Listen, uh, they've been outstanding. I don't have too much to add to it because, to be honest with you guys, all the talking has been done. I mean, it ain't. We done picked every rock up. We done looked under the rocks. We done looked around the rock. We done seen everything. We done talked about it all. We done talked about every matchup. We done talked about all the coaching. We done talked about. I mean, we done talked about people who were supposed to be in Dallas, now they in Philly. I mean, we done talked about everything. We done talked about Bland. We done talked about A.J. Brown. The Eagle fans are talking mess. The Cowboy fans are talking mess. The battle supposedly for MVP is going on, and everybody's saying it's Jalen, and everybody's saying it's Dak, and then folks saying it's Purdy, and some folks say it's Tyree Hill. I mean, it's just so much talk, and all of it is leading to what the world is gonna watch tomorrow night. Yes, the world would be. I wouldn't doubt tomorrow may be probably one of the biggest watch games, probably other than the Super Bowl. It's no question about it. The Eagles and the Cowboys will have the whole world watching tomorrow night. Y'all know it. It's the truth. What else do you expect, though? It's the Cowboys in prime time. The Eagles have earned the right to share that same spotlight, and they're going to take nothing from them. Uh, it is setting up to be a high intense football game on tomorrow night, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm excited about tomorrow night. I'll get into that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Since it's all been talked about, and I'm sharing right now. Matter of fact, while I'm sharing, let's go ahead and get this out the way. If you're on Facebook, I can see your comments. Not yet. I haven't looked at them. But if you're on YouTube, you can use the super chats, and I will stop doing what I'm doing. If you're on the Facebook page, you can use the stars as well if you want to contribute. There it is on the ticker as well. Cash App is $ the Big Time Show. I would appreciate it, and I'll keep moving. It, it's 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 really, y'all. I mean, how do I start this? And I'm sharing at the same time. I think I told you guys last game. I can't speak for everybody else, but I can speak for the Cowboys. And of course, they wouldn't admit this, but if you're a fan, you already know this. The Dallas Cowboys, since they lost to the San Francisco 49ers, that was week 5. That was week 5. The Cowboys have been in playoff mode ever since. Tell you why. This is my logic for it. You see if you agree with me. If you don't agree, then I understand. Uh, at the time when the Cowboys lost, they became 2 games behind the Eagles in the standings after week 5. The Philadelphia Eagles were not losing a game at that particular time, and they had stretched out to a nice lead. The Cowboys knew that they could not fall 3 games behind the Eagles. They knew that, or the any chance of the division would be over. Any opportunity, you can forget about it. If you were gonna go 3 games down to Philly, you can forget about it. It wasn't nothing. I mean, it had been over with. They had to stay 2 games behind. The game where they lost to Philadelphia only made it just a little bit worse. And then they were lost. And of course, Philly lost. Cowboys got on this hot streak. And now, of course, the 49er game with the Eagles, the 49ers beat the Eagles, brought us down to where we are for the super matchup, where there's a lot at stake, at least for this week, that is on there. It's huge, man. It's huge. We now have a chance, and is at least for now. And I'm gonna speak to everybody in just a second. At least for now, we got a chance to at least take over the division with a win. It don't necessarily mean that the division is over, because it's not. But any chance that you can get to get on top of these guys, you better take it. And so this sets up a huge, biggest game of the year as of now. And next week game going to be the biggest game of the year, at least for the Cowboys if they win. Because if they win, they got to hold on to the lead. So this is a huge, huge game. Huge game for both the Eagles and the Cowboys. If the Eagles win, considering the rest of their division, you know, it's amazing how everybody talking about the Cowboys and all that, and the Eagles about to play probably the softest end of a season schedule that you ever see. They got the Giants twice. They got Washington again. I mean, come on. Even though Washington almost beat them, but you're not picking them to beat Philly. So it's a huge, huge game for both teams. So I believe that you're gonna get a high, intense, crazy Eagle, Cowboy, hard hitting type matchup. It's gonna be incredible. Hey, Brandon, I see Miss Ty in the building. East Side is in the building with his usual mess. Drake, what's up? E. Kush, what's up? Shane, what's going on? Marlon, one of my best friends in the building. Matthew, what's going on? Gerald, what's up? Lee, what's up? What's going on here? Let's see here. Appreciate you, Marlon. All y'all folks in here. Let me see here. And to all you guys that are watching but ain't saying nothing, Tavis, what's up? Good, man. What's going on? All right. Now, since I'm talking about y'all, let me make sure I do what I do. All right. Let me get here for a second. I need everybody who's in here. Will you please do something for me before I really get started? Go ahead and hit that like button for me. Do that for me. Hit that like button. Give me everybody in here. Give me at least about 10. Give me about 10 to 12 likes. That would be awesome. Everybody, go ahead and hit that for me if you don't mind. Hit that for me if you don't mind. That would be wonderful if you guys did that. Listen, before I get started, let me say again, because most of you know what happened to me a couple weeks ago. Thank you for your prayers. I'm feeling better, obviously. I did have a pre-stroke, if you want to say that. I did. And that's why you haven't seen me for a minute. I had to slow down a little bit. But I'm feeling much better, and I'm back. So I will try my best to do a show tomorrow as well. Definitely a post game show for sure. So I won't be hard to find, y'all. Win or lose, I'll be there. So hey Keith, I see you. 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 Appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. Today's show is here it is, y'all. Y'all might as well get the lot because I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you, and I'm gonna tell you this. Here's today's show. Watch this. It's y'all show. There it is. That's the show. That's it. I don't have because we all done talked about all this. I haven't talked about it, but I only got two things, really one, really that that I need to see first. I want to see two things first. Number one, we can't be. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about Coach McCarthy and him having his surgery. That's big. Hey, I Doc Smoke on Power Bean. What's up, y'all? I see y'all over there. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming. Peeping in on me. Coach McCarter had a serious surgery. That appendix that's gone, and he's only coming back after a few days. And even though he's been released, I'm quite sure there has to be some type of pain there, and I believe he's gonna toughen it out. The reason why I'm bringing that up is, and who knows, he may make it all the way through the fourth quarter. He very well may do that. But I want to say this about that. Because of his position with the team, and I'm not talking head coach right now, I'm talking offensive coordinator. And if the only voice Dak Prescott has heard is Mike McCarthy in his ear during the game, that's a big difference. Even though Coach Schottenheimer has been heavily involved, obviously he has the title of the offensive coordinator. But make no mistake about it, I believe this is Mike McCarthy's offense, and he's the one that set up the saying that if you call it, you have to install it. So in other words, he is not only installing it, but he's also calling the plays on Sunday or whatever day of the week that we're playing. As hot as Dak is, uh, and this gonna sound so insensitive what I'm getting ready to say, but let me clear it up. From a football standpoint, not a human standpoint, I guess I can't leave that alone, but Dak needs Mike McCarthy. Um, the aggressiveness. I mean, the Cowboys are going for it on 4th down and 2 and 4th down and 3. I mean, they almost play like the Eagles sometimes. Only difference is it's not a tush push and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the Cowboys going for it. I don't know if Schottenheimer would be that aggressive. That's what I'm saying. The aggression is there. I know Dak has a lot of power at the line of scrimmage, obviously, but there has to be some type of security in having Coach McCarthy in his ear. That's big, y'all. That's big. So I'm praying that Coach McCarthy is available. Dak has only heard one voice since training camp as far as who's been in his ear. I'm not trying to make no excuses. Like I said, it does make a difference. So I'm looking forward to him being there on tomorrow night. That's huge. Number 2, well, 3. Let me give 3. So number 2 is this: offensive line against defensive line. The Cowboys that's where the game gonna be won, y'all. Both sides. The offensive line against or the Eagles against the Cowboys defensive line, and vice versa. Whoever wins that's who's gonna win this game. Sometimes it really is that simple. Uh, if you let Dak sit back there all day long, as hot as he is, he'll destroy you. If you let Jalen Hurts just stand back there with no pressure and all that, he gonna get you too. I mean, it really is this simple. That's why I say the game is simple. Can steal. Okay. Uh, now, so now you're going to bet who Drake is. I'm thinking Drake. Please, the Lakers gonna win tonight. Don't even try it. Halliburton is great. I say that, but there's no way in the world he's gonna dominate the game. We're gonna throw so many bodies at him. It's gonna be incredible. My brother in the building, landlord. What's up, man? I should send you the link so you can jump on here. Landlord. Landlord from Alabama, my brother's here, who's done an outstanding job. Him and HTM Sports, West Coast, of course. Y'all guys, of course, Landlord is on Boss Land as well with Boss Cowboy. I mean, these guys have went to work this week. Big. If y'all not following my brother Landlord, somebody, I don't know, y'all know who he is. We all down here from the South. I know you. I see you, Drake and Dylan. I see you. I figured it was you though. Landlord, if you're not following him, y'all need to go to YouTube and just type what you see, or Facebook, Landlord from Alabama, and just follow him. Guarantee you will be entertained and filled with knowledge from my brother there. So listen, back to what I was saying. It is crazy that it's that simple. Now, here's the difference. I'm looking at one particular matchup on the offensive line. All right. Last game, Terrence Steele against the Eagles. Terrence Steele had a real problem with Reddick, as most people do. And I'm expecting Reddick to make a couple plays without a doubt. But Terrence looked bad. That's because he did. And ever since then, he has been on fire. He's been knocking people all over the field. He has not made mistakes. He's been tearing people up. I want to see early how Terrence Steele is going to look against Reddick. And I want to see how much pride that our coaching staff is going to have with this ability to say, hey, we going to go just keep, we just going to keep going one-on-one. See, I don't have time to let a game record wreck the game. That's just me. If Terrence Steele is having a problem with Reddick, go ahead and give me a tight end over there. If you got a chip with the running back, so be it. We ain't got time to be experimenting. There's a lot on the line this week. We ain't got time for that. I'm sorry. I can't afford it this week. I gotta have it. Yeah. Again, Tavis, exactly. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying, because for all of us that kind of watch film, we know where the weakness was. You see what I'm saying? Tavis is right with my brother Keystone Cowboy, Tavis Banks. He's with me. You don't have time. See, the Eagles go ahead and nip it in the bud at kickoff. They made a decision. We are not going to let Micah Parsons ruin this game. Truth be told, we really don't hear Micah Parsons' name against the 49ers, and we don't hear Micah Parsons' name against the Philadelphia Eagles, because they will send 3 people at Micah Parsons from the get-go. They're not letting it happen. It's us that say, okay, our guys can handle it one-on-one, and then, we go, a whole quarter, and by that time, Reddick done got loose. So I don't want that to happen again. Same thing applies to defense. Last week against Seattle, the only problem that I had, other than Geno, I told y'all, whoever played the Cowboys, they played the best game. I guarantee you Geno Smith won't play like that no more. No, he won't. He ain't played like that all year. See, the Cowboys, everybody had the best game. It never fails. I'm telling you right now, the thing I didn't like was Dan Quinn doing the same thing that I just said about Terrence Steele. You see what I'm saying? He let Deron Bland go one-on-one with DK Metcalf. Dang near for a whole half. We know what happened. That pride, man. Once you seeing a guy get tore up, you can't go. Look, if you got to go the regular cover 3 concepts and change it to a little zone, you just can't stay in man all day. And the only reason why I'm saying that now, even though we have a little gauge on Philly, because we know him, we know about AJ, we know about Devontae Smith, we know about him. But if our guys are getting tore up, you got to change it, man. I understand Bland is a possible defensive player of the year. I understand he's going to make a Pro Bowl. I understand he's going to be an All-Pro this year. I understand all that. But if you getting your brains beat out, you got to adjust. It's called in-game adjustments. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. And Dan Quinn finally made the adjustment at halftime, after the man already had almost 150 yards receiving in the first half. Good Lord. I mean, come on now. I don't need to wait to halftime. You got to go ahead and get that out of there. I mean, you got to change it. That's the only thing I'm saying. And we need to do that rather quickly. If Bland or Gilmore, it's either one. I don't care who it is. It's either one. It's going to be interesting to see how they line up Bland this week. I don't think it's going to be AJ. I don't think so. I think they'll put Gilmore on him. You just don't want AJ to get the big play. You want to keep everything in front of you. And Gilmore gives up yards because he plays off. He plays off 7, 8, 9, 7, 8 yards off the guy. Slants all day long and all that. And they can get you like that. But Bland is primarily a man-to-man cover cornerback. And that means probably Devontae Smith is gonna have to be the guy. And we just have to see. So you got to go, Cowboys don't do zone. You know what I'm saying? We really don't. We're an aggressive defense. We blitz a lot. So you know what's going to have to happen. Somebody going to have to play man. I don't know if you're going to put a safety over top of AJ. I don't know what you're going to. It's going to be interesting just to see how he plays this. And we'll know this early. Now, here's the other thing. Jalen Hurts is not right. He's not. It's obvious. But Jalen still can make plays. And the plays that he make is the problem that it looks like he gets to this spot all the time, and that's outside the pocket. If you look at, he's able to extend the plays because he can get outside the pocket still. And so a lot of teams have decided that if you look at the tape, a lot of teams, where they blitz, they like to blitz Philly. I don't know why. But they like to blitz Philly kind of up the middle. I don't like that. Not against Hurts. Because getting outside the pocket is what Hurts like to do. That's when he is most dangerous. So they don't blitz wide. I'd rather have Jalen step up in the pocket rather than him getting outside extending plays. So I'm interested again to see how we going to blitz Hurts. Because we're going to blitz him now. Ain't no question about that. On another note, y'all, let me stop because I'm looking at this ticker on ESPN now. Let me say, all of us that are parents that have sons, can I tell y'all, this ain't got nothing to do with football. I just got to say this. If your son don't play baseball, have him start. Good God. Shohei Ohtani, I know y'all know it. 10 years, $700 million to the Dodgers. What? $70 million a year? Baseball? You know, baseball they don't have a salary cap. They don't. So let me say it one more time, y'all. Can I say this one more time? This ain't got to do with football. I'm sorry. Shohei Ohtani just got traded to the Dodgers. Well, excuse me, he get traded. He was a free agent. I'm sorry. 10 years, $700 million contract. Are you kidding me? Man, if I don't hurry up and get a bat and a glove in my son's hand tonight, he don't even like baseball. He gonna learn. Good God, $700 million? Huh? I did. It's what? Okay, back to football. What? 10 years, $770 million a year? They ain't counting endorsements. What? Oh, I couldn't believe what I saw. Okay, let me stop. Wait a minute, one more time, y'all. Can y'all just hit the likes just for a contract like that? Because he set the stage for hey, Terry, what's up? He just set the stage, man, for the future guys. If you that good now, you got to be good to get that contract now. Ohtani done won the MVP award twice. He just won the MVP award. You got to be, up the dog if you're going to get that kind of money. But anyway, $700 million. Wow. Woo. Unbelievable. Okay. Bland, you see, everything is on center stage tomorrow. There's a lot on the line. It's a big win for us if we pull it out. The MVP race, Dak Prescott, if you have another big game tomorrow, will move to the front of the MVP race, no doubt about it. Vegas is slowly but surely coming around, despite all the hate and all that. Even they have to admit, I think he's only about 50. I think Purdy is at 300 odds to win, and then Dak is at 350. The only reason why Purdy jumping from because the 49ers destroyed the Eagles last week. But I will say this about Purdy. Purdy is not that good. He's good, but he's not that good. See, Purdy, last week against the Eagles, proves my point about Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, if you saw the touchdowns he made, what doing them were throwing swing passes? Threw some to McCaffrey. McCaffrey get the swing pass, run 25 yards. Debo broke 3-4 tackles. Little short pass, but it shows as a 63, 64-yard touchdown, and Purdy get all that credit. But in actuality, all he threw was a 5-yard pass. That ain't it. Jalen Hurts has a lot of touchdowns on his resume, but the reason why Jalen to me is not the MVP, and I guess it's gonna make you Eagle fans what it is. I think he got 13, 14 rushing touchdowns or something like that, and it equal out to be only 14 yards. 14 of his rushing touchdowns have been for 14 yards because of the incredible tush push. That ain't MVP-ish. Not to me. It may be to you, but it ain't to me. I mean, he ain't doing that. Dak Prescott, on the other hand, is lighting the place up. See, I don't know how. I believe that if it was my MVP vote, the two guys to me that are really the candidates are Tyreek Hill, Dak Prescott. Yeah. And Tyreek, if he's only a few hundred yards away from 2,000 yards. If Tyreek get 2,000 yards, man, look, I know it's a quarterback award, but good Lord, you can't do that. I understand, Shane, what you're saying there, but see, because of the way the Cowboys are playing, all this kind of come into play too. You can't avoid it. You see what I'm saying? Well, we all want the Super Bowl, but when you put yourself in a position like what the Cowboys are putting themselves in, and the Eagles as well, then this is what comes along with the package. It's not first priority, but it's on the list. It's on the list. But a lot of stuff is going to get settled tomorrow. A lot of stuff. Now, we got one major downfall, y'all. One major downfall that hadn't got corrected, that eventually is going to really come back to haunt us, and that is penalties. And it seems to be the same stuff every week, and it's primarily pre-snap penalties. There's no excuse for that. Lining up wrong, illegal motions, offsides on defense. This is the kind of stuff that will drive a coach completely crazy. I understand in the play type penalties. I get that. But we get a whole lot of pre-snap penalties that we just haven't corrected. This is the kind of game that, hey, Joe, I see you. This is the kind of game that if you don't have, if you don't handle that early, you're going to put yourself behind the 8-ball. And that's the kind of stuff that I don't, if I'm going to lose, let me lose by just, I know it's going to be some penalties. I know it. But not the obvious stuff, man. I mean, defense, just look to your right or left and see where you are on the ball. Good God. Can we do that? I mean, but it's just been a every week thing, and it just looked like we should have had more control of this by now. And that's the major one. So hopefully we'll have somewhat of a cleaner game coming up tomorrow night. All right. That's what now I don't make the predictions, as I told you. The Arizona game took me away, but it don't take away my confidence. So I will go ahead and say this, and I guess this is a prediction. But I'm going to ask y'all for more details. Cowboys are going to win tomorrow night. I have no doubt in my mind. None. None. I believe that, and I'm going to even go ahead and tell you this. The Cowboys train will keep rolling. I'm convinced that Dak Prescott right now cannot be stopped, which means 30-plus points. Yeah. Man, ain't no surprise to the Eagle fans because it's just about what he do every time you see the Eagles. He always has a big game against them. That ain't no surprise. But I got a feeling that it's gonna really. I got a feeling we're gonna score tomorrow night. Now, what I'm asking you guys is this: what is the score tomorrow night? What is the score tomorrow night? What y'all got? I just want to see if y'all thinking along my lines, and if not, cause see, it don't. Let me go and tell you, it don't have to be close. I'm just telling you, it don't have to be close. Their secondary is not good. Everybody know that. That's the weakness. You can attack them, and I know Dak is gonna do that tomorrow. Cause every time he play Philly, he attacks. He ain't trying to run. Oh, they will run, but we putting the ball in there. So it's gonna happen tomorrow. E. Kush, let me see. Tavis 30-24. E. Kush 32-28. Yeah, I'm saying we gonna put 30 up. They can't stop us. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Gerald 38-21. And let me say this to the Eagles. Let me say this about Philly. The reason why it's going to be a great game is because everybody is coming to play. Both sides. Philly knows what this is going to mean if they lose. Plus, they supposedly are ticked off from last week. How they got annihilated last week. They supposed to be mad. And they should be. So I believe you're going to get a very high intense game, but we a little upset too because they beat us. Philly beat us. And we at home. And I ain't got to tell y'all what we've been doing at the house. We've been flat out destroying people. Terry says it's a statement game, 42-27. Cowboys. Brian says 42-13. That's another beatdown from last week. Greg says 42-20 Cowboys. I believe we're gonna rip these guys out. Look, I don't expect our defense to give up, crazy points, but I believe the offense is just gonna keep rolling. Woo-wee, Coach Marv in the building, 38-14. Cowboys. Woo-wee. I'm not surprised. I'm not. I'm not. It should be a physical ball game. I need our boys to come out laying lump on these guys. Because they're going to try to do it to us. It's just no question. I could care less about Darius Leonard playing. I would have loved to be with Dallas, but since he chose that, he can get it too. And look, you playing Darius Leonard is playing the wrong team for his first game. So you need to be playing somebody like Carolina when you just coming back. Cause see, we're not Carolina. We're gonna test you out. We gonna come at you. See, this is the wrong game. For your first game coming, no, Lord, this the wrong team. We need to put something on these guys. It really is just that simple. We're going to put something on these guys tomorrow night. Smoke, let me look at Power Bean real quick. Smoke says 26-24, Dallas. iDoc says 31-24, Dallas. Mostly everybody. I think Smoke, Saturday Night Smoke is the only one that I've seen under 30 for the Cowboys. Until then, Allen says 28-24 Dallas. I believe you're right about that, Allen. I think you're a Cowboys fan. I think you call Cowboys for the win on that. I don't want y'all to. I applaud Coach. I'm gonna say it again. I applaud Coach McCarthy. Never underestimate how powerful that is. A coach that the quarterback, that's the only voice he knows. We need Coach McCarthy. And like I say, I know it sounds insensitive. I get it. But we need him tomorrow. That's the only voice that he's heard in his head. Okay? We really need McCarthy to be there for him. Marlon says 31-24 Cowboys. Ekus says Bland will continue to ball hawk. I see at least one coming tomorrow. They keep trying him. He go get one. Or very close to one. Appreciate you, Key. I'm doing better. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. I got y'all predictions. I'm done talking. It's going to be a short little show today. Go ahead. Y'all call in now. There it is. Yeah. Now, Shane, you're absolutely right. Here's what we haven't talked about. That guy right there who has come alive in a big way. Jay Ferguson is really coming alive. And I believe that he's ready now. Let me flip it. Tomorrow night.
Call from
Coach Mar.
Dallas.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Dallas Goedert is coming back tomorrow night. That's a big piece. All right. Goddard is coming back. That is a tremendous security blanket for Jalen. Let's not forget about him. So let's get ready for him. All right, on the line, I got the one and only Coach Marv in the building. What's going on?
Hey, big time, what's going on, man? It's good to hear you. Good to see you, man. I know you've been back here and there, and I've been missing you, man.
Yeah,
but it's good to good, man. God is good, man. God is always good. Always good.
Yes, sir.
And then, it makes you think about a lot of things, man, but you keep pushing, man. You keep pushing, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, and you're increasing your territory, man. That's what you want. Increasing your territory.
I appreciate it, man.
And you are so right, man. Landlord, I sent Landlord. I don't know if you've seen Landlord show the other day, man. I sent him something on Twitter. You got to follow me big time so I can send you direct messages, man. At Coach Mar 1914.
Okay.
I'm following you, but you got to follow me so I can send you direct messages.
Okay.
But it was the 8 battles that you got to win in big games. It was those 8 battles. It was first with turnovers, and turnovers is a must.
Yeah.
You got to win those. You got to win that turnover battle. That's a must.
Yeah.
The second was penalty, and that's in parentheses on that was discipline. And you gotta try to stay even though the penalties looked even in the first game, but you gotta see when your penalties come, and then what penalties that you can alleviate that was just like you said, pre-snap penalties.
Yeah.
And then we had explosive plays. That's a must. 2 things is a must on this list is turnovers and explosive plays. Any coach will tell you in big time games, explosive plays are the things that turn the game. The big touchdown pass, the big interception, or the strip, or the big time sack.
Yeah.
Any type of explosive play, we gotta win the explosive play battle. The 4th thing was time possession, and that goes into controlling the game.
Yeah.
Regardless in a big time game, if you win the explosive plays and you control the ball more, you definitely gonna have a great chance of winning because you got to have the ball to score. And if you ain't getting no explosive plays and you ain't got the football, it's very hard to score. And then the number 5 was efficiency in the run game. I'm not saying we got to be where we got to be efficient. The team that's most efficient in big games usually is the team that's controlling the line of scrimmage and controlling the pace of the game. So you got to be committed to run the ball. Not saying you got to be running it all day, just not passing it, but you got to be committed to run the ball. Yeah. And then the 6 is physical play, and that you got to win that battle offensively and defensively. You got to win the red zone. Number 7 was on there. You got to win the red zone. That means offensively and defensively. Yeah. That means you got to score in the red zone, and you're gonna have to stop them when they're in the red zone or limit them to field goals. Yeah. So you got to win that battle. And the last one was special teams. Yeah. You cannot lose special teams in a big game because that's the type of thing that puts you behind the 8 ball. No question. I believe we can win on special teams because you can get a big explosive play, or you can change the field position in a game. And when you get a chance to kick a field goal, you got to convert. Extra points, field goals, you got to convert. You can't give away points in those areas. Yeah. If we win those 8 areas, or we win the majority of those 8 areas, especially the ones that are must, yeah, you got a chance to beat any team, San Francisco, anybody that comes to you in a big game. Your chances of winning is almost hard for you to lose those type of games. And I also posted about, I heard Eagles coach. And I posted something, and I don't think a lot of people really understood what I was saying. But I heard Nick talking. He said, and he's got a great philosophy, identity, the Philadelphia coach of winning games, big games, and going to the Super Bowl. He said that he runs to win the game, but he passes to score. Yeah. He runs to win the game, but he passes to score. Yeah. And I've been saying that's an old John Madden philosophy. You know, that's why they used to strike deep, where they used to go. The Raiders were famous for going deep, but they ran the ball to win the game. Yeah. But they passed the ball to score. And that's a great philosophy. That's their identity. And then the question I asked was, how do you take that identity? What can you do to make them play away from that identity? Well, one, you got to be very physical on their run. You got to contain their run game. And you got to limit big plays in the passing game. And if you look at Philadelphia, anytime they don't win time possession or time possession is equal, they struggle as a team. Mm-hmm. They dominate time possession. They dominate teams. Yeah. And if you win time possession, how do you win time possession? You win time possession, and you win it with their own medicine. Yeah. You run to win the game, and you pass the score. Yep. And we can do both. And you kill the identity. Yeah. Yeah. And when you kill their identity, you make them play left-handed. Yeah. And most times when we say about left-handed, when you make a team play out their comfort zone, especially when you talk about good teams, when they're playing good teams, it is very hard for them to win football games. Yeah. And this is where the Cowboys going to have to go in there. And that just takes a mental aspect of paying the fee. Focus, effort, and execution. And if they pay the fee, we'll be all right. Yeah. But it boils down to, in these big games, those 7, those 8 battles, as well as being able to impose your will on the next team. Yeah. And what's the most important thing about this game, Big Show, is about the Cowboys getting that feeling that they can impose their will on a good football team when the stakes are high. Yep. And the team is coming at them, and you are put on a stage where you have to do what's right. Yeah. You can't get away with doing something that's wrong. So I posted that 38-10, 38-14 score because I've been on the defense and killing our defense for the last couple of weeks because I didn't see I'm not saying I see I don't see personnel problems.
Uh-huh.
I just see the attention to detail and the attention to focus. I know people want to kill Bland last week, but Bland, he gave up 150 yards. He gave up 100 on 2 receptions.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we gave up 15, 20 receptions, but I still say on the first 70-some yard catch, he trusted the safety was going to be over top because he's supposed to have been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's supposed to have been like a third. I'm not saying he was supposed to catch.
Yeah.
He was going to catch the ball.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't have been a touchdown.
Yeah, he should have been over the top. They was about even. Metcalf had got behind.
He was below him. When the ball was caught, he was below the safety. The safety was below the
yeah.
And there was nothing for that safety to come up because there was nothing in the middle of the field that threatened that safety for that safety to come up. But he just didn't drop because sometimes you get into a lax state of mind and saying, "Oh, my guy's good. I ain't got, I don't do my job, but he's good enough. He can get up. He can take up from me, and if I don't get over top, Bland ain't gonna let nothing get over top of him anyway. So I'm all right."
Yeah.
But it comes back to what Bill Belichick used to say: you have to do your job.
Yeah.
And what Bosa was telling everybody, he was talking about the blueprint. That if the Cowboys play discipline and stay in their pass lane,
there you go.
And Michael Parsons sacrificed himself sometimes for the other guys to make plays, and he trusts those guys to make plays. I know you said about Jalen Hurts. He didn't say that we wanted Jalen Hurts. We want to keep Jalen Hurts in the pocket, but you don't want Jalen Hurts to do what Dak Prescott did last game against Philly.
Yeah.
You don't want him to get out the D gap. You don't want him to come out the pocket between the tackle and the guard, and he's pressing the line of scrimmage. And then when he's pressing the line of scrimmage, he's already can go. He automatically draws your defense up, and then he hits you over the top.
Exactly.
But if you make him go outside the tackle to get out the pass rush, once he goes outside the tackle, he's not a threat right then. And he's going, and he doesn't throw well. And I don't think he's going to throw well because he got to plant off that knee to throw the ball down the field. But if he's going forward at the B gap, he's a threat to throw the ball because he's still in balance. That's what he was saying about keeping. And that's why, you said about blitzing by the middle. That's where you want to come. You want to come in the B gap and up the middle, so you force him to scramble outside the tackle. But the tackle cannot get caught up. The defensive end can't get caught up inside. Yeah. He may have to make him loop around and then run. And then he's running sideways. Jalen he's not like Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott throws the ball well going sideways.
Yeah.
But Jalen is not that person. And he's not that person because his leg, it takes a lot of torque on your knee to plant and twist and throw that ball down the field going sideways. Yeah. So that's all he was saying about being disciplined. But being disciplined, and I know a lot of people were talking about the slants. Philly hurt San Francisco early in the game with a slant. But guess what they did to take the slants away? They didn't take the slants away with cornerbacks. Mm-hmm. They let their linebackers be instinctive to take those slants away. They close those windows, and once they close the windows and the slant is not there, then they rally in the middle of the field to eye Jalen to make sure he couldn't scramble. But their first job was to drop deep into those slants, take that away, and then the corners can corral the receiver.
Yeah.
And we can play off because we play off, we cut the deep pass off, but we have to be very mindful that our underneath coverage has to help our linebackers take the in cuts away. Yeah. We do those things. We win some of those 8 battles. We win this game, man. But I think what we as fans, we just need to enjoy. This is a different team.
No doubt.
The whole season doesn't ride on this game. But you will hope that we play very well and to come out of this game and have a chance. It's not saying it's really going to be all great, but have a chance to be able to get a higher seed. But this is a mental game for us. If we can lock in and pay the fee, Big Show, focus, effort, and execution.
I love
pay the fee to be a champ. That's what we got to do. Pay the fee to be a champ.
Appreciate you, Coach.
I appreciate Big Show.
Thank you, man.
Me and you playing for a playoff berth in the fantasy league.
You're in trouble.
Whoever loses this game, I'm probably gonna lose. But my team is exhausted. I don't even have no more. I can't even make no more transactions because I've been working a miracle to try to keep this team afloat to be 7-6. Right? I made all 32 transactions to try to build a team based on what I had at the beginning. Yeah. But listen, you playing for a playoff berth. Whoever loses is out. Whoever wins got probably gonna be in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're in trouble, Coach. That's all I can tell you. I did all this without Justin Jefferson. So Justin Jefferson coming back.
Yeah,
you're in trouble, Doc. I got Cooper. I got Cooper Kupp. I got Jalen Warren, Cooper Kupp, and Justin Jefferson. You're in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but I got two. I got the. I made a group. And my other guy from the Rams that he's a receiver, and it's crazy, man. I would say this back quick. This crazy. I was talking to a guy. He was telling me about our week schedule. It's crazy that Dak has put up numbers, even though the teams have not been. Some of the teams may have not been good because they have had some deficiencies. Uh-huh. But there's not many teams that have put up 30 points on the Jets. Uh-huh. There ain't many teams that put up 38 points on.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Did I lose you, Coach? Yeah, I got you. I think I lost Coach there.
Call from
Cowboy Marlon.
I don't think I lost
to
Coach.
accept, press 1.
I think I lost Coach on that one. But appreciate you, Coach. Know you there on that. I got my other friend on here, Marlon. This is the second half between Coach and Marlon here. What's up, Doc? What's up? I guess not. Marlon, you got to call me back. Let me say something that real quick. The phone line is open, but let me say this. There he is. Hold on.
Call from
Cowboy Marlon.
All right. Marlon, hold on just a second. Let me say this real quick. A big thing tomorrow night is, and I guess this will go in kind of what you're asking, Joe. I'm quite sure Marlon probably going to have something to say about it. We have to win defensively on first down. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when I say win, I'm talking about if it becomes second down, if we're 2nd and 7, I think we're all right. And I know that's a tall task, and I know that ain't going to happen all the time. The only reason why I'm saying is because we all know that if Philly gets anywhere between 3rd and 3, they're probably going for it on 4th down. They don't look at things like we do or like a lot of other teams. They don't mind going for 4th and 1. They don't care where they at. They'll go for it for the one that they on 20-yard line. I mean, they have total confidence in this tush-push thing, even for 4th and 2. They'll do it. So we got to win on first down. Go ahead, Marlon.
Bishop,
what's up?
Glad to have you back.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I heard Coach Price talking about the fantasy league. Coach, I just want you to know it don't make a difference. Whichever one of y'all win, it's going to be a short playoff appearance for you anyway. But I had to get that in.
Yeah, be careful.
But you know I got this championship this year. You know that, don't you?
Not gonna happen.
Okay. You won, didn't you win you won the championship?
That's why I was saying I ain't worried. Y'all got to keep in mind I ain't had Justin Jefferson the whole year. He back. I mean, come on. I got Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, and Jalen Waddle. Look, stop it.
Wow.
It's just
I got CD, so that, you can add all of them up. I'm cool. Yes, sir.
CD, right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, listen, this is what we got. I'm looking at this game, and I think it's very simple. If the Cowboys can get off to a fast start and can, to some degree, make the Eagles one-dimensional, I think the game has a chance to get out of hand because now that pass rush can pin their ears back. And I'm going to tell you another thing that I heard statistically about the Eagles, and I guess this is true. Since Hurts has been injured, their running attack has really fallen off. I think traditionally the Eagles, as a team, average up closer to 5 yards a carry. They're about 4.1 right now. And the belief is that the zone read is not anything that you have to really pay any attention to. It's basically, I heard Broadus talking about it. He's either going to give the ball. He's not really much of a threat to keep it. So if you're going through that motion of zone read, he ain't really got to pay much attention. He's not going to keep the ball. He's not looking to run like he has in the past. And because of that, the defensive end can kind of close down and can focus on, I guess, if it was option football, you would call it the dive phase. So I think that they do have great receivers, and I'm not trying to take anything away. But I think the whole Eagles deal has been, in the past, their offensive line and their ability to run the football. I think if Dallas's offense can get off to a fast start, we could put a lot of pressure on them and make them one-dimensional. I don't see them stopping Dallas. I don't see it. I don't think they got the secondary. And I also think that at least I hope, we've got to have a better plan for dealing with Hassan Reddick. We just have to. We can't let one guy decimate the whole thing. I'll say this. Well, I don't know. I guess one thing that I've been impressed with Mike McCarthy is that he seems, of all the coaches, most receptive to change. Football coaches are difficult to get them. You got your idea. Hey, this is the plan. We're going to stick with it. I watched McCarthy. McCarthy basically had Dak Prescott on a leash. Something changed. I don't know if somebody said something to him. I don't know if he got tired of hearing the rumors about Dan Quinn going to be coach next year. But McCarthy changed. This is Dak's team. We've gone from winning with Dak Prescott at.
Hello? Hold on. Hold that thought. I know what Marlon was saying. Hold on, Marlon. Hold on, Marlon. Hold on. I gotta get you back. I know what he was getting ready to say, y'all. What he was getting ready to say is that we done went from winning with Dak Prescott to winning because of Dak Prescott. I know that's what he was about to say. I believe that's the truth.
I think that Dallas. I think Dallas will be able to stop them from running the ball. I just think that we've got to get on top of them early. But that's all I
got. They missed you on that part when you were saying, go back over that again about winning with Dak Prescott and winning because of Dak Prescott. Go over that part again.
Yeah, right. So in the past, and I guess the best way to take a look at it is if we look at San Francisco, I don't think they're winning because Purdy is the quarterback. I think they're winning because of Deebo Samuels. They're winning because McCaffrey. They're winning. They got Trent Williams back at tackle. The offensive line overall is dominant. The defense is dominant. The linebacker, they got the best linebacker in football. They got excellent pass rushers. I think that when you've got a team around Purdy, like what they have, they're winning with Purdy at quarterback. And statistically, they don't ask him to do a lot. If you take a look, and one of the things that I look at, if you look at advanced analytics, look at air yards. If you go to how many yards the football is in the air, Purdy doesn't really have. They don't throw long bombs down the field. He gets the ball out quickly and distribute it like a point guard, and then let the other guys do what it is they do. Dak, on the other hand, and I know the ball was incomplete, but I bet y'all have gone back 10 times and looked. The pass that he threw where he hit CeeDee Lamb at the goal line and it went through CeeDee's hands, there were 3 defenders around, and it seemed like a risky pass. But when you're a confident quarterback and he knew exactly where CeeDee was going to be and he knew exactly where he needed to go, and he's got the arm talent to get that football exactly to where it needed to be, and he's playing with tremendous confidence. He wasn't scared to throw it. He let it rip. Dak's got a big, strong arm, and he's playing well. Dak is playing so well that he's carrying and pulling the Cowboys where he needed to go. Great players make the other players around him better. Football, the Cowboys were in it to be, and he's Dak's play. Tremendous confidence. He wasn't scared to throw. The Cowboys' defense played poor enough against Seattle where we could have lost that game. Yeah. Dak Prescott pulled us across the finish line. And Purdy doesn't have to do that. Purdy doesn't really have to be in a situation where he's got to pull, where the defense is playing poor and they've given up 38 points and he's got to come back. He's not. That's not what he's doing. He's just not messing anything up, and he's doing playing poor and they've given up 38 points and he's got to come back. He's Dak Prescott is playing like what we've seen out of Aaron Rodgers in the past. They're winning because of Dak Prescott. The 49ers are winning with Purdy at quarterback.
I like
That's
it.
different.
I appreciate it, Marlon. Appreciate you, Doc.
Yes, sir. All right,
go Cowboys. Let me call this number that I just saw out of New Jersey. Somebody calling me from New Jersey. Let's see who this is.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
What's going on? It's big time. Who is this?
Hello.
Hey, this big time.
Hey.
Who is this?
Oh, this is Mr. Gottlieb from Jersey.
Hey, man, what's going on?
You know, I know we're talking about football, but I want to thank God for what he has done for you, and you was able to give your testimony. And I know we're talking about football, but people don't understand what you went through in a matter of a second, how it breezed through you. And if people would tell their testimony, they can see how good God is. Yes, I had to shoot that out there. Okay, but anyway.
Appreciate that, bro.
We going with that, but I know that. Here's my thing. People trying to understand how is it that now that McCarthy gave that basically full range. People start to realize, remember, he coached in the preseason games. See, people didn't understand that. McCarthy watched him. McCarthy always really had a good vibe with that. But sometimes you want to see something different in a person.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. People started to realize he let him coach a whole game in preseason when Rush was quarterbacking. And he seen his attitude, he seen his mentality, he looked at his thinking. This is why now he decided to say, we can do what we want to do, and gave that full range. I don't know why it didn't happen sooner. Maybe it had something to do with Kellen Moore. Okay, that's my whole take on that. Now, as far as Bland is concerned, I think that the communication was bad between Hooker and all that. And I think that's what happened. I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
Yeah.
Sometimes things have to happen where you realize that it's not going to work out, that things are not going to work out the way you thought they was. And he knows he's going to be challenged.
Yeah.
But you're right. And as far as I'll tie it to my Reddick and trying to hold Reddick. Yeah, I think that he's still leery about his injury.
Yeah.
I really believe that. So, but my thing is, what do you take on that as far as when Mike McCarthy gave Dak full range of coaching that preseason game?
That lets you know that he obviously can read the defense, even from the sideline, and he was dialing up, looking real good. But the way that I look at it is, it's a culmination of, I believe everybody say it's been 8 years as him as our quarterback. Maybe the rain should have been given just a little bit earlier because it's obvious that he can read defenses. It's obvious
Right.
that he knows what he's doing. This is not his first big year by no
Right.
means. He's had, a couple 4,000-yard seasons. He seems to always get right around 30 touchdowns every year or a little bit
Yeah.
over. So, I mean, the boy, is no question. He knows the game, does it well. The problem is, and I will say this, and nobody will admit it in Cowboy land, but I'll just say it like this: if what Dak was doing, what he's done just right now, no matter who he's playing against, if it would have been any other quarterback, the media, this same media, would be saying that he is running away with the MVP award.
Wow.
But because they paint a narrative, thanks to people like Stephen A. Smith, Shannon, Richard Sherman, and this is who
Shady McCoy, all them.
definitely Shady McCoy for sure. And these are the guys that are in your ear every day. And they have painted a picture of Dak for so long that what is obvious or what should be obvious, they can't get with it because they're still trying to point out the negative. If it had been any other quarterback, they would have said he would have been a runaway MVP by now. I'm going to take it a step further, and I have no way of proving this, and I don't know if it's true or not. It's just what I feel, and it's a theory. Conspiracy theory. Maybe that's the reason why Coach McCarthy never gave him the full range like he got now. Because even he believed some of that narrative too. Because it was the reason why I'm saying that is because, and this just conspiracy. But remember at the beginning of the year, remember what Coach McCarthy said. He said, number one, we're gonna run the ball. That's all he was saying. We gotta run it, and that would eliminate some of the mistakes that were made.
Yeah.
Remember that? So what mistakes were you talking about? You see what I'm saying? So the mistakes that he was talking about was he drunk the Kool-Aid of believing what the media say about Dak and interceptions instead of what your eyes are saying ever since you've been there. Dak is not a turnover machine like Josh Allen.
No.
He just was hurt, coming back hurt. He came off 5 games. He got thrown right back to the frying pan. You can't miss 5 games. You got to keep your rhythm. And now everybody act like they shocked when the truth of the matter is this is what Dak really been doing. He does this every year. He has a period where he gets on a real hot streak like he is.
Yeah.
It's just that the hot streak this year has been extended. Whether that's because of who we were playing, the bottom line is he's producing at a very high level. But maybe because you believe that narrative about Dak and what he can and can't do, maybe you didn't give him the keys. But when you gave him the keys, he's showing you something right now.
Yeah.
That's what
that was good.
Like I said, I don't know if I'm right about that, but Dak is changing, into running plays.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He's checking out of passing plays and the running plays. He's checking out pass plays and the running plays, and you can't argue with the production that he's done so far. So it is once he did it, and everybody started having that talk about, and this may still be in play. The Cowboys already got another head coach on the sideline. That's Dan Quinn.
Just waiting.
So he finally realized, this is the way that we gonna win. And you don't hear that, but you hear him talk about running, but that ain't the reason why he done this, because let Dak get in a rhythm by throwing first and run later. That's what we're doing. So That like Marlon said earlier, this is no question Dak's team offense.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
And we're better for it. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah. There's two more things. I'm gonna let you go. One, did you see the commercial they made with the Passe?
I did.
What did you think about that?
Hey, Dak. Hey, somebody baited him into talking a little trash. That's all. He getting back at him. And I see my brother Shane question here, and I don't know if you can see the screen, but he said everyone expects Dak to get an extension, but big time answer me this: how much more money will Dak get if he wins the Super Bowl than the MVP? Let me put it to you this way, Shane. It'll be look, and you'll understand my answer when I say this. It will be the equivalent of Shohei Ohtani's money in football terms. How about that?
So it's a gold briefcase?
If Shohei Ohtani just got signed a contract today for 10 years, $700 million, and we got a salary cap, he will be. Now, if this happens, Shane, he will be the highest paid quarterback. Well, forget that. He will be the highest paid player in football history. Yeah. He will be. Yeah. So, and I think he's going to get it anyway, regardless. I think he's going to get it anyway. See, everybody talking about, look, watch this. Watch this. Check it out. Everybody talking about MVP. Let me tell you this. Dak don't have to be the MVP to get it. Watch this. Dak Prescott is on pace right now for probably being an all-pro this year. If he throws an all-pro season up, the Pro Bowl is already got. He got that. But if he becomes an all-pro this year,
that's dangerous.
That your money is right there. So it's coming regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just one more thing. You had a song that you was playing before you changed the song, before you come on. I really enjoyed that song. I don't know if you made the song or my God.
Well, don't worry about it. Just because you said I cranked it. I ain't gonna crank it up today. That's a young man from Boston. He allowed me to keep it.
Oh my God, I love that song.
Charged me for it. That used to be my staple song. But you're gonna hear it.
I love that. I love listening to that song. It's so mellow.
Yeah.
And then I see your face come up in there. I'm like,
yeah. That's me. Smooth. Stay smooth. That's all you gotta do.
Okay.
I appreciate you, brother.
Well, all right, but they got the score. Dallas 41. They're gonna beat them by 17 points, but that was 17 minus 41.
Ooh-wee. Go to
by
work,
17, whatever it is. 17 minus 41. That's what Philly gonna have. Dallas gonna get 41.
Wow.
All right. Okay.
Wow. Appreciate you, brother.
God bless you. God bless you.
God bless you, brother. Thank you for calling. All right. I want to go back to a statement that I saw earlier about Michael Parsons. I don't know who wrote that, but say Michael Parsons got to be up. Let me tell y'all, Michael Parsons does not show up as far as stats goes in games like this because, like I said before, Philly makes a decision. The 49ers made that decision. A lot of other teams made that decision that they are going to take him out of the game. Sometimes that means two people. I even seen it where there's three people on him. But guess what? If that's how they want to do it, somebody else got to get loose. It's just that simple. If three men are allocated to Michael Parsons, look, I got to have it. Somebody got to get off, for real. If it's only one person, I mean, if it's only one man that calls 2 to 3 men there, whether that's D-Law, OC, Sam Williams, Fowler, whoever else is going to be, they got to get there. It's just that simple, man. I know Michael Parsons is all that, but he ain't, Superman. Now. It's hard to get around when you only weigh 250 pounds. Get around 3 men. Let's be realistic. So I don't expect Micah to have a, 2-sack game. You'd be lucky to get one. They're not gonna let him wreck the game. They're not. It's just that something. I just hope we do the same treatment for Reddick and the plethora of people that they have. So, but especially Reddick, we can't let him get off tomorrow. All right. All right, phone line open. I'm still open for that. I want to elaborate again. It showed up quiet down about Dak Prescott and this upcoming salary because y'all already know that he's gonna get it now. I mean, is there any question now? Shouldn't be any question. And if you saying that he don't deserve the money or whatever, you crazy. I'm sorry. You just a hater. He's going to get it. He's going to be the highest paid quarterback in the league next year. He's probably going to have the highest contract in the history of the NFL. You might as well get ready for it. And the way that he's playing right now, he's proving it. He is. And I don't care what y'all say. I don't care if y'all say, well, you got to win. Y'all sound like Stephen A. You got to win the Super Bowl. You got to win more than one playoff game. You got to win all that. Well, Justin Herbert didn't win nothing. And at one point in time, I think he still is the highest paid quarterback in the league. Or was it Burrow? It's one of the two. So if you didn't cry about Justin Herbert, don't y'all start crying about Dak Prescott. I don't even want to hear it. He's earned it. He's showing you that. And he'll add to that resume tomorrow night. Big game tomorrow. Big game. I'm here for it. This is what we wanted, y'all. We got what we wanted. We begged somebody to beat Philly. It was San Francisco. And all we wanted was when Philly came to Dallas, let us be in striking distance of them. That's all we wanted. We got it. Now the stage is set. I'm about to end it because I'm getting stopped up now. But let me say this. And I hate to bring a little negativity to it, but again, it's the truth. These are the games where we usually hardly ever win. It's just got to change. It's got to change. These games right here, when it's time to seize the moment, when it's time to say, okay, just in case y'all were wondering, y'all want to give us the credit, but then y'all don't, and then we add to it because we don't win these type of games. This is the game that the whole narrative changes if we pull it off. You will hear us saying, you will hear people say, from now on, the Cowboys are a Super Bowl contender if we win this game. The Dak Prescott hate will just have to shut up if we win this game. They'll be saying next, everybody talk about that, but they're going to be saying, is Coach McCarthy the coach of the year? That all that's going to happen if we win this coming up. All this going to happen. Everybody going to be jumping on the bandwagon. Everybody. You ain't heard nothing about coach of the year for Coach McCarthy the whole year. You let them win tomorrow night, you're going to hear tomorrow night. Is Coach Mike McCarthy the coach of the year? Is Dak, you're going to hear tomorrow, Dak has moved ahead of the MVP race. They're going to say Dak Prescott should be at least minimum a second team All-Pro this year. The whole narrative shifts. The whole narrative shifts tomorrow if we pull it off. And I won't even let me carry it really to the next level. See, it's one thing to win, but if it's anything like some of the scores that y'all had in this chat, if the Cowboys rip these guys apart tomorrow, it's really finna crank up then. The Cowboys will go on the road next week against Buffalo as the favorite. They might go on the road against Miami as the favorite. You pull this game here off. Seriously. Seriously. If the Cowboys do what they've been doing, ripping people apart, blowouts, if they blow out Philly tomorrow, you finna start hearing something. It don't mean nothing. I'm just showing you how the narrative changes rather quickly. The Cowboys lose tomorrow, they'll be saying, well, it's just as we thought. They're not ready. They're on the second tier. The Cowboys win tomorrow, they'll move them up. They say, well, the two best teams in the NFC are the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. That's what you're going to hear. That's what you're going to hear tomorrow if we pull it off. I think we're going to beat Philly tomorrow. I hope we blow them out. I hope we do. It'll do my heart so glad to see Philly get their brain kicked in again like they got last week. That's what I'm hoping for. Because I don't like Philly, just like Philly don't like us. I never have liked Philly. I don't like the stadium. I don't like the parking lot stripes where your cars be parked at. I don't like the cheerleaders. I don't like the food as far as the concessions there. I don't like Philly. The only thing I like about Philly is Rocky Balboa, and he's a myth. Y'all understand me? G-Ball said, "Where the Cowboys win and San Francisco lose? We will have the number one seed because that will be the fourth loss for the 49ers. It makes no difference if they beat us. We will only have 3 losses, so we're better. We will be better than the 49ers if they lose. We will be a move ahead of Philly because we'll take over the division. The Cowboys have a chance if it go like what G-Ball just said. If the Cowboys win and San Francisco loses, I think they play Seattle. The Cowboys will move from the 5th seed in one night, 5th seed to the number 1 seed in the NFC. If San Francisco loses and we win. That's just how much a difference it will be if it happened like that. If we win and San Francisco wins, the Cowboys will move into the 2nd seed. I believe I'm right on that. The little sneaky thing in the background are the Detroit Lions. You got to watch them too. Yeah, I don't, it is what it is. I don't like Philly, man. I don't. I don't like the cheerleaders. I don't like I don't like I don't like nothing. I don't like nothing. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the popcorn. I don't like the cheese steaks. I don't like nothing about Philly except Rocky Balboa. That's it. That's it. Just Rocky. I don't like it. Look, Halo says be lying about it. Smoke says, no. No, Smoke. We would be not behind them. We would be ahead of them because we had a better division record. You go into the conference. The conference record happens after your division record. If you have a better division record, no matter, it makes no difference what your conference record is. So we will have the better, you say we will have the same division record. I don't know. I thought that we would be ahead. Maybe you know something I don't know. I don't know. I thought that we were moving to number 1, top of the division if we do it. You may be right. I don't know. You might be right on that. It's a huge game, man. Look, this without a doubt is the biggest game of the year. We thought San Francisco game was big, and it was, but it really is. This game here don't even compare to the 49er game. Well, excuse me, the 49er game don't compare to this. This is playoff football already. And you know what the best thing that happened, as crazy as it may sound, it still might come to hurt us. And I'll close on this. The worst thing actually turned into the best thing now looking at it. The Cardinal loss put us in playoff mode. We were 2 games behind. We couldn't afford to lose another game because you didn't want to go 3 games behind Philly because you weren't going to catch them. So it's we've been in playoff mode. So because we had to win. So the pressure's been on us since week 5. They've been playing with urgency. They've been playing with fire. They've been playing with a whole bunch of passion. It continues tomorrow night. So we've been in playoff mode. Every game was big for us. From week 5 on up to now. Every game was big for us. We couldn't afford to lose. So I like where we are. Even though I wanted that Cardinal game, and that game still might cost us in the standings. But in reality, it was the best thing that happened to us because we got locked in right after that. We got locked in. There's no doubt about that. We got locked in. And I think it continues tomorrow. All right? I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for listening to me. I will come on with you tomorrow night after the game. So if y'all stay up a little bit, I will come on, win or lose, and we'll talk briefly about the game because a lot of y'all going to have to go to work. And we'll talk about that. Hopefully I'll be coming on in a very happy mood tomorrow evening for the post-game show. And we'll see exactly how this thing going to turn out. Yeah, Gary, that loss to San Francisco was that put us 2 games behind. That was already week 5. Yeah, I see you, Joe. Joe, you better get some sleep over there in Italy then so you can watch the game. That's right. So since week 5, we had to win. If you're talking about winning the division, you had to win. You had to win. And then couple that with we lost to Philly. They put us right back, into a 2-game hole. We got to win. It's just that simple. All right, I appreciate y'all. Everybody hit that like button one last time. If you're on YouTube, hit that heart button for me. Everybody do it now. Give me about 10 to 15 of them. Everybody do that for me now. Help your boy out. Help your boy out there. All y'all that's here, everybody participating. Ain't gonna cost you but a couple of seconds. Just smash it a few times. Everybody, if you've done it before, do it again. Do it again. Just in case y'all don't know, if we get a lot of those likes and hearts and all that kind of stuff, Facebook and YouTube will suggest my show to other people or, people that are interested in Cowboys or whatever and all that kind of stuff. So, of course, that makes the show grow. I need your help on that. I would appreciate it so much. All right. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow night after the game. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, hey, it's the Cowboys. The stage is set. Look, it's time to dance now. The lights are going to be on. The whole world going to be watching. We got to go to work, y'all. It's now or never. Time to win. Time to get it done. The quote-unquote big game. The game everybody say we don't win. We need to handle that. Shut some of these mouths up again, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging with me. This has been the one and only, the Big Time Show. Smoke. I'll be with you tomorrow night. Okay. Gotta go to work. Get somebody. Golly. Hold your will.